What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to Sportskeeda MMA News. TJ Dillashaw calls Paddy Pimblett's work ethic a recipe for destroying your body. Henry Cejudo says Ryan Garcia needs to work on his craft just as he does on social media if he wants a Gervonta Davis or David Haney fight. Former Chelsea goalkeeper submits UFC veteran in a recent MMA victory. Paddy Pimblett dares UEFA and French authorities to take responsibility of their wrongdoings after incriminating footage of Stade de France chaos surfaces. Paulo Costa pokes fun at Jorge Masvidal after getting arrested in Brazil. What did he say? Find out in today's edition of Sportskeeda MMA News. If you see any of your favorite fighters mentioned in today's video, make sure to blast that like button. As one of the hottest properties in the UFC, Paddy Pimblett is often under the microscope of fans and fighters alike. The Scouser is infamous for gaining massive amounts of weight during his time off as he devours what he fancies and everything he fancies. This is in contrast to Lieutenant Dan's approach toward his body, who regularly looks in incredible shape even outside the cage. Therefore, when the topic came up in a recent episode of The Schaub Show, guest TJ Dillashaw rebuked Paddy for his lack of professionalism.
He's loving diabetes. That's like a recipe for just like destroying your body. And, he's, I guess that's one thing when I look at it. I mean, if you keep that same work ethic that he has now, he'll never be a champion. You know what I mean? Like you can't have that downtime like that. You can't get that fat. You can't be out of shape. It just kind of proves like the dedication to what you need to do. And no, not trying to clown on him or anything, but that's something I think he's going to have to figure out with age.
Agree.
This is a full-time job, bro. This isn't wanting to be a fighter. Like you have to be.
Paddy Pimblett will be back inside the cage against Jordan Levitt at the UFC London card. No opponent has been officially announced for TJ Dillashaw, but he is expected to take on former interim UFC bantamweight title holder Petr Yan in his next fight. Do you agree with Dillashaw's comments? In the latest episode of the Triple C and the Schmo Show, Cejudo offered his vicious assessment of Garcia. While admitting that Garcia's boxing talent was impressive, Cejudo also highlighted that many consider him a lesser threat due to his social media activities. Here's what Cejudo had to say.
Ryan Garcia is a great boxer, but he's a social media, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what he does, man. This is why even if you watch Showtime, when they started introducing the fighters, they're like, they was like, yeah, he's Ryan Garcia, not much of a boxing talent or threat, but he is a social media presence. Like, you know what I mean?
While Ryan Garcia is seemingly on a collision course with Javier Fortuna, Henry Cejudo is currently preparing for his highly anticipated return inside the octagon. Do you think Ryan Garcia is distracted by his social media activities? Let us know in the comments section below and stand a chance to be featured in the next video. Being a former Chelsea goalkeeper, Ricardo Procel would have been forgiven for having a subpar career in MMA, but it has been anything but subpar for the Brazilian athlete since he entered the fighting universe. Continuing his memorable transition from the football pitch, Ricardo Procel picked up the biggest win of his MMA career as he submitted UFC veteran Daniel Omyanchuk at KSW 70. It took the former football goalkeeper a little under 2 minutes to end the fight and bring his record to 13 victories. Ricardo Procel is currently on a 2-fight win streak that consists of only finishes. At this rate, he has shown massive potential to become a champion within KSW. Will he go on to achieve the pinnacle? Real Madrid may have won the UEFA Champions League, but many Scousers will remember the event not for the things that happened on the pitch, but for the ensuing chaos off it. Paddy Pimblett is one of them. The Baddie, who is 2-0 in the UFC, was in attendance for the game, which was delayed by more than 30 minutes as Liverpool supporters were unable to gain entry to the stadium amid reports of innocent fans being tear-gassed by French authorities, while other crimes remained rampant around the stadium. Supporting this claim, the UFC fighter shared a video on Twitter from El Chiringuito TV, a Spanish football coverage station which detailed the true nature of the situation outside the Stade de France. Despite the controversy, Paddy Pimblett remains focused and will return to the octagon on July 23rd for the second UK-held UFC Fight Night of the year. Will the UEFA take any action against the night's misdemeanors? While you're still here, subscribe to Sportskeeda MMA and hit that bell. Paulo Costa has never shied away from voicing his opinions on social media, walking the thin line more often than not. Now, the UFC middleweight contender has tested the waters yet again by taking to Twitter to joke about Masvidal's felony battery charge for apparently assaulting his arch-nemesis Colby Covington. They say cooks have some perks here inside the prison, just saying I don't like burritos, cabron. Incidentally, Costa has also had his fair share of time on the wrong side when he was detained in Brazil after allegedly elbowing a nurse at a vaccine vaccination clinic for attempting to obtain proof of COVID-19 immunization without actually getting it. Coming off a 2-fight losing streak, Costa would like to put any doubts over his talent to bed by putting on a strong show in his next bout against Luke Rockhold at UFC 278. Will the Eraser defeat the Skywalker? That about does it for Sportskeeda MMA news. Here are some of the best comments from today. Got my money on Paddy. Yes, Charles losing his belt was BS. TJ drinks his own Kool-Aid spiked with EPO. Everyone with a brain knows he lost the Sandhagen fight. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. Your comments could be featured in the next Sportskeeda MMA news video. We always deliver daily content, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on anything going on in the MMA world. For updates, quotes, and exclusive interviews from all your favorite fighters, follow Sportskeeda MMA on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for tuning in.